I don't call your name, let me know so we'll know, because these get stuck together, shuffled. The first one is Matt Cruz.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you come up so we can hear you in the
Sure.
microphone, or so these people can hear you? They're trying to take that idea out. So the tape will be clear?
What would you like? Your Honor, I'm a taxpayer here in Karnes County. I'm not a resident full-time. I'm here to learn more about the courthouse issue, as I think a lot of people here are. And I have two questions. One is there a long-term plan for scenario A, which is to deny the grant money and Karnes County choose to do whatever they're going to do with taxpayer dollars? Or B, take the grant money, start phase 1, and move into, soon would be phase 2. And that's the one thing that I haven't seen anything on. And that's the question I have is, I'm concerned that if Karnes County takes the route where they're going to flip the bill themselves in the future, that the taxpayers are going to end up paying more money, and I'm not sure what the end result will be. So those are the questions I have before the court to become more educated on this topic. And that's it. That's what I needed to know.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz.
Thank you.
Mrs. Stinson, Bernie Stinson. Oh, there you are, Ms. Stinson. I can't find you. I'm sorry.
I would like to address the court about the funding of the historical restoration and its relationship to the annex. In this hand, I've got the 2010-2011 budget, and in it it says the expenditure for the annex building will be $3 million. The proposed budget will be $3,209,923. This hand is the auditor's report that the expenditure so far for the annex building is $2,986.33. That leaves a maximum payment left to spend on this annex building the rest of this year for $233,568. I've been told that the building is 60% completed, and you do the math. 800 and okay. So far, if we have an emergency in Karnes City and the amount is spent from the general budget, we have $3,390,560 to spend. And I don't know if we have a hurricane, how far that would go. Another issue that I'd like the court to consider is more than, and I say more than, 5% of voters and fellow taxpayers said they wanted the opportunity and are entitled to vote on any major expenditures so that we will not have another albatross around our neck like the mishandled annex to be paid for by the taxpayers. Last December, the judge, after accepting the petitions, he said, this commissioner's court has been vilified for not being able to spend another $860,000 on this building. You be the judge and ask, who is being vilified? Court or the taxpayer? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stinson. Sean O'Brien.
I get for coming in late, right? That's okay. I just wanted to reiterate what I said last week. Speaking for myself and for just about everybody that I've talked to, the courthouse needs to be restored, one way or another. We're going to have to do it. We're going to do it We can pull together as a county and we can do it. One way or another. All right? Second thing I want to address is, I know we all want to make sure we don't get into another fiasco like what's happening next door. I wish we could have had more of these type of meetings when that was being discussed, because I guarantee you that would have never happened. 8 years ago, Alfred Pavelic and I were trying to talk the Commissioner's Court into fixing up that existing building, which could have been done at a very reasonable cost. Well, somehow that got waylaid, never got a roof put on it. The building ended up being destroyed. That brings up my third point. I've heard several times at several different meetings that this roof is leaking, that there's water going down inside the walls. What has been done to prevent that from further damage? I want to know. We got some great people on this commission now. We got good contractors here. We got Pete. Y'all got good heads on your shoulders. I have faith in you. You got good common sense. I know y'all can do this. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a plan. But we can get it done as a county, and we can do it. It's going to happen. But we just got to make sure we don't have that same fiasco, as I'm going to call it, that happened next door. And I'm so proud of y'all for having these meetings. This is just, I mean, Judge, I commend you 100%. Thank you so much. And if everybody pulls together, we can do this and do it right. Thank you.
Shannon Hall?
I too want to thank you again for the night meetings. This has been asked for years and it's been denied. And to answer your question about the fiasco that's happened next door, I have to explain to you that I started attending Commissioner Court meetings on a regular basis about 2 to 3 years ago. And the reason that happened was because things were not open and transparent, and the paperwork was done behind closed doors. It was done secretly, and that's why they are facing the problems they are facing. They can't find final documents. They can't find things done the way they were supposed to have been done. And the people weren't allowed to vote on any of the issues. I don't think there would be the arguing that's going on now. It would be a said and done deal if anything had ever been put on a ballot. I'm going to go on to try to bring back just a little bit of what I've experienced attending these meetings. Approximately 3 years ago, almost 800 people signed a petition at one town hall meeting, which basically said, we don't want to spend $5 to $6 million on a new annex building, particularly one that is not sufficient for our needs and not designed to complement our historical courthouse. In most cases of spending money in this magnitude, taxpayers are allowed to vote, a referendum, or even a bond election. They did it in Goliad as a comparison. Certificate of obligations or taxation without representation. That is what your previous Commissioner's Court did. It's a violation of democracy. They go with one person or a few people on a Commissioner's Court and borrow money with your name on it. That's exactly what was done. The people asked to see contracts. We asked to see bids. We asked to see cost analysis. We asked for local experts to be put on committees. We asked for options, A, B, and C, and were denied all of it. None of the paperwork or contracts had been filed. Everything was done in secret. We've spent $459,000 on the architect for that building next door. $459,000, and it's only 60% complete. The man was not qualified for the job, but was there any comparison and contrast? Did we have any other architects that were viewed? No. There was no research done. We've spent $3 million on the annex building. We'll be close to spending another $3 million. It is a fiasco, and it doesn't even meet our needs. And it was pushed for by the people that just wanted things done their way without letting the people voice their opinion. I ask that you be sure you do your research and know your facts before entering into another project, and realize that our county has a lot of needs for its money to be spent. We have roads that are in terrible condition. 50% of the people in our county live on county roads. 50%. We also have law enforcement that needs to have money spent on it. So just review your facts and your options that serve our taxpayers in the best way. Thank you for your open policies.
Mr. Yarder, Maurice Yarder.
Good evening, Your Honor. I'm not here to talk about the building tonight. I have another subject. On the 31st of January, the county treasurer was on the agenda and made a statement that she had issued a check in the amount of $27,078 for a piece of equipment. She also made a statement during that meeting that that money was not budgeted, nor was it approved by the Commissioner's Court. On the 11th of February, she was also on the agenda requesting an emergency amendment to the budget, which failed because it did not meet the requirements for an emergency. Necessary funds were taken from another account to satisfy the budget. During that meeting, she was asked repeatedly if, in fact, she had issued that check before the Commissioner's Court approval, and she answered yes. I kind of take objection to the fact of her cavalier attitude of the way she handles our money. This is not the first instance. In that she did not receive the Commissioner's Court approval, that is a violation of the law, even though it's a misdemeanor. Some in this court would say it's just a small law, such as nepotism, that's a small law, but we break the law all the time here in this courthouse. I don't find that acceptable. I would ask that the county attorney check the facts of this case, find out if, in fact, she broke the law, even if it was a misdemeanor, and if she did, I'm asking that the county attorney prepare and submit a motion to adjudicate. Thank you.